Good morning, everybody in Wildcat Nation. Thanks for joining me this morning. Give me a second while I share my post here. Oh, never mind. I can't figure it out. I'll share it later. Thanks for watching today. You're in the watching us here in the Resource Center studio in Jamestown in Rogersville, Missouri. We're on our multicam today. Isn't that cool? 2 cameras. How about that? We're getting fancy. Lori Pace is with us today, joining us from the chamber, and she's going to have some Rogersville updates for us later today. But we're going to start with our Bible verse, John chapter 11, verses 25 through 26. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. And everyone who lives and believes in me shall never die. Do you believe this? And then she went on to answer him. She said, yes, I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God, who's coming to the world. So we live in an interesting time, Lori. There's a lot of people. Americans for years have said, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, I believe in Jesus. But Jesus later says, well, even the demons believe and shudder. So the interesting thing about the phrasing there says, do you believe in me? And where I think that really the rubber meets the road is it's not do you believe facts about Jesus? Do you not believe that Jesus exists? But do you believe in him? Is that where your faith is, and is that where your trust is? And so, as we work through kind of these interesting times, I think we're kind of seeing a little bit of the wheat from the chaff kind of get divided in how people react. So people that have their faith and trust in Jesus have a lot more hope. Mm-hmm. You just don't get shaken because your hope's not in the government, your faith isn't in the world, it's in the creator of the universe who's in control of all things, and know that all things are going to work for good. So just ask people to kind of take a serious look at Jesus and what he really means, not just believe facts about it, but actually put your trust and faith in him as that goes.
Faith is not an easy thing to do.
It is not an easy thing to do, right. So tell us about Rogersville. What's going on? Tell us a little bit about yourself first, because I don't think you've really had a good introduction. Yeah. I had to twist Lori's arm to get on here. She backed out on me once last week, but she was sick.
I was sick.
You were sick.
I was not feeling well.
Right. So.
Didn't want to be hacking all over the the broadcast. So,
but you're a Rogersville girl.
Yep. I moved here when I was in 6th grade. Mm-hmm. Graduated from Rogersville High School, and my family, we moved away for a little bit and then moved back, and my husband and I have been here for, since 2002 again. So. And
you're the executive director of the Rogersville Chamber of Commerce. When did you take over there?
It's been about a year ago, so August of 2019 was when I started.
I thought it'd been a little longer than that.
No,
okay,
just over a year.
All right. Well, all that you've done for the chamber makes it seem like you've been there for a long time.
Oh, thank you.
So, now the chamber membership has probably doubled.
Yeah.
In the past year.
Right now we're at 227 members.
Wow.
Which is an all-time high for us. We've had 53 new members just this year alone.
That's fantastic.
So it's been great.
Yeah. Good deal. So a lot of stuff coming up in Rogersville to the end of the year, and I know people are just itching for stuff to do. So tell us what we've got on tap.
So we have several things that are planned. Christmas is my favorite time of year. Mm-hmm. And so the first thing that we have is Stuff Our Stocking, which is an event that we usually do our chili cook-off. We couldn't do that this year because
that's too bad.
I know. You were the winner last year.
Thank
and you loved it.
Thank
you. But unfortunately, we weren't able to do that this year. But we still wanted to raise funds for the Wildcat Closet through the PTA. So put our heads together with Karma and kind of talked about what could we do. So we're challenging all Rogersville businesses to do whatever you can to obtain socks and hygiene products for the Wildcat Closet. And then there will be a trophy awarded to the winner.
I like trophies.
A lot of people like trophies.
I like trophies. That's good. Okay, so Stuff the Stocking. So businesses around Rogersville will have a stocking,
they can
large or small.
They can do a stocking, they can do a tree, they can do whatever they want to do to collect these items.
Okay, so drop those items off at your favorite local Rogersville business. And I think we're going to try to do something here at K-ROG. We're just not open all the time. It's kind of the thing. We're pretty hit and miss like that.
May have to get out in the community and collect those
items.
items.
Well, there you go. You don't have to stay put. You can get out and do some things. So what else we got going on?
So we also have Shop and Support Rogersville, which is an event that we've designed basically to help our community interact with our businesses, as well as get you some prizes for that. So several ways that you can get entries. You can spend $10 or more at any Rogersville business. Take your receipt to one of our local banks and show it to them, and as long as it has the Rogersville address on it and it's $10 or more, you get an entry for every $10.
So when I get my hair cut,
when you get your hair cut,
can-
you go get groceries,
I
you
can run
get
it
gas,
right over to the bank. Oh, okay.
any of those
I'll have to
types
start
of
telling
things.
Kicks I need my receipt.
There you go.
Yeah, I usually don't get a receipt, but now it's worth it.
Well, and you can show your phone receipt too.
Oh.
So if you get an email or text, that will work too.
That's good.
Then in addition to that, we're supporting our local charities. So if somebody signs up for a sponsorship with K-ROG,
Yes, do
or-
that.
or donates to one of our local charities, Safe Haven Now, the Senior Center, the Source Ministries, any donation of $10 or more or a sponsorship also is an entry for you.
Very good.
And then lastly, if you test drive a car, you go get an insurance quote from an insurance agent, you take a tour of a new home or apartment, those all qualify as well.
All right, so lots of good ways. And then you said gift cards?
Yeah, so that will run from November 20th to December 20th. Every Monday, following that first date, around 4 o'clock, I will go around and pick up all of the entry forms from the banks and do a live drawing on Facebook, on the Rogersville Area Chamber's Facebook page, and we'll give away some gift cards.
Now, quick question, because I have to be strategic about this. If I turn in my receipts, I'm in the first drawing, but if I don't get drawn,
It stays in the pot.
it stays in the pot. So there's no reason to hoard your receipts to the very end.
No.
Okay,
no,
turn them
just
in.
Turn them in, and the more receipts you put in there, the more chances to
All
win.
right, well, that's what I needed to know. Do that. And then,
Yeah.
real quick, before you go on, I want to ask this question. Okay,
Go
so all of our listeners out there, I want you to comment what you think the answer to this is. So I'm going to give you a list, and you tell me what this is a list of.
Okay.
The Colosseum, the Millennium Falcon, Hogwarts, the Taj Mahal, and Diagon Alley from Harry Potter. Okay? 5 things: the Colosseum, the Millennium Falcon, Hogwarts, the Taj Mahal, and Diagon Alley. That is a list of 5 things from a specific list. And so our viewers and Lori are going to answer at the end of the show and tell me what that's a list of. And then I'll tell you what the real answer is at the end of the show.
Can I phone a friend?
You can phone a friend, yeah. As soon as you tell us about the next thing coming up in Rogersville.
Okay, so the next thing coming up will be our Christmas parade. We are moving forward with having our annual Christmas parade.
Excellent.
It's going to be December 5th. Lineup will be at the city park, and we do ask that floats do register ahead of time. We've got a link on the Chamber's Facebook page that you can go to and register your float. Lineups at noon, and then at 1 o'clock we will have the parade kicks off, and it's going to be a lot of fun. This year it's a Christmas to remember, so we're excited about that because 2020 has definitely been a year to remember.
It has. What is the Rogersville Chamber of Commerce website?
It's rogersvillechamber.com. And it's actually on our Facebook page. The link to register is on there as well.
Okay.
So.
Well, I just put the website on
There we
our
go.
screen. So
That
it's right there
works.
on the screen, so you see it there.
You can also call me at the Chamber office, 753-7538, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Okay. Well, that sounds really good. So, are you a Bitcoin investor?
No, I'm not.
No? You should
No.
be. Bitcoin, I was actually watching it this morning a little bit, and it topped $18,000 for a single Bitcoin.
Wow.
And you know, there was a time a few years ago you could buy them for like $50.
Should have done it a few years ago.
I
huh?
know, right? We all should have bought Bitcoin way back when, you know. But here's the thing. Now you think, well, the moment's passed. But, you know, my question is, 18 months from now, we're going to be kicking ourselves going, we could have bought Bitcoin for $18,000. And now it's like 180.
If you have $18,000 to spare.
Well, but
just
see, that's the
throw it out
thing. You
there
can
and go
invest in
for it.
Bitcoin. You can go to places like eToro or whatever. You can put in like $50
Right.
and buy a fractional Bitcoin. So you can buy a little bit of it. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can buy just a little bit of Bitcoin, and then it goes up.
Good investment.
I have a little bit of Bitcoin, and it's going
little
up.
bit?
Yeah, my
There you
investment in Bitcoin and ammunition has gone way up over the past. I asked you before if you were familiar with the website rt.live. It's an interesting website, and it's not for everyone because some of you should not look at rt.live. By the way, nobody's answering my trivia question, so you need to jump on there. What's the list? Colosseum, Millennium Falcon, Hogwarts, Taj Mahal, Diagon Alley. It's a list of something. What's it a list of?
And I need help because I have no idea.
Lori needs some help. Help Lori out here with that. Figure out what you can do there with that. So rt.live, you can go there, and it tells you what the effective reproduction rate of the COVID virus is. And so if it's below 1, then it's dying out. if it's above 1, it's increasing.
Sure.
And I've watched it actually over the past several months, and Missouri has hovered above 1, below 1, below 1. And usually there's been about 50 states above, or not 50 states, but about half the states above, half the states below, and they'll change. I looked at it this morning, or yesterday, I can't remember which. 49 states are all in the red. So, I don't know what that means. I don't know if it means that everything we've been trying to do has been ineffective or what. But, originally they said, back in the spring or summer, well, the rates are higher because we're testing more people. Well, that's no longer the case. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no reason for testing numbers have not dramatically increased to account for that rate. But it is apparently spreading faster now than it was. So I don't know what that's going to mean for us. But it could mean lockdowns. But I think there's a lot. Let's hope not, because a lot of people are just going to say no, and it's going to get interesting. But if you want to track that, and some of you shouldn't because you worry about it way too much. But if you want to look at it, you can go to rt.live and you can look at that. Last thing for today, tweet fleets. Have you heard about this?
Nope.
Tweet fleets. Ephemeral disappearing tweets. So this is a new Twitter feature that rolled out today.
Okay.
It's like the stories on Facebook. You know how they pop up stories and they're only there for a little bit and then they go away?
Right.
Now you can do that with Twitter. They're calling it fleets. So you can do a tweet fleet.
That probably would have been helpful for a president
or
to
a
use
fleet
for a
tweet.
little while.
Maybe it might have been. Or some others that went in and deleted thousands of tweets after
Right.
they sent them out there. Okay, nobody's helping you, Lori. You got no help. Any guesses?
Well, they're obviously all items from movies.
Yes. Taj Mahal. I guess it's been in the movie.
It's
That would
been
be the
in
only
movie.
one. Yeah.
Aladdin, right? Isn't Taj
sure.
Mahal in
Yeah.
that?
I guess. Sure.
Yeah, I have no clue. I am terrible with trivia.
Those are the 5 largest Lego sets in history.
Wow. Okay.
The Colosseum was just released with 9,036 bricks in the Colosseum set for Legos. So that's the biggest sets in history. There was a question. Chris Oldham came in too late, didn't get into the wire, said a bucket list. That would be a bucket list.
Yeah,
Go see all those things.
Would.
Yeah, it could be a bucket list. But those are the 5 largest Lego sets in history. Lori, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
You'll come back sometime? It was painless?
I don't know about painless.
Getting up
but
too early
yeah,
for you, right?
Yes, it's
That's
an
what you
early
said.
morning for me.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Tune in to K-ROG. Next Tuesday will be our Thanksgiving special. Are you coming to that?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. We'll
I'll
see.
watch it at least.
All right.
Okay. Thanks, Will.
Have a great day.